Oh, hey, what's up? It's Brian Altano and Max Scoville here for IGN at Gamescom now on the Gamescom show floor. We found one of the most special things here, the Kojima Productions merchandise booth with tons of new Death Stranding stuff.
Yeah, now Death Stranding, a game that we're still confused about what it's actually about and which isn't out until November, already has quite a lot of merch to go with it.
Yeah.
And Kojima Productions, their mascot, Ludens, has a lot of his own merch as well. And we don't actually know... I don't think Ludens is in the game. Like,
Yeah.
We don't know that yet. It's possible. There's some theories.
We
but
know
for the
his
most part,
logo's on the side of Jeff Keighley's van, and this statue is available here, although you can't buy it.
I don't think this one's for sale. I believe
Yeah.
Kojima Productions have one just like this in the lobby of their offices.
That's
this,
right.
I think, is a very limited edition thing, but there are lots of other sort of collectibles and merchandise items available here.
Let's
and
take a
some
look.
of them are kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So, Max, I have some questions. Every time I go outside and it's raining, I get soaking wet, and there's just got to be a better way.
Well, Brian, it's great you mentioned that, because in addition to regular rain, there's also the constant threat of time fall. So luckily there's the Death Stranding umbrella, which is an actual official thing, which is absurd and ridiculous, and I'm kind of into it. As you can see, it's an umbrella. It's open indoors, which is bad luck and will inevitably invite all sorts of horrible circumstance. But if you need an umbrella, there you go.
That's
it's
right.
a Death Stranding umbrella.
Now, Max, as a hairless goblin of a man, I want something smaller to cover my head when it gets sunny out. What should I wear?
Well, you bald goon, you'd probably love hats. And they have all sorts of hats here, including the Bridges hat. You know, in addition to all of the beautiful Yoji Shinkawa mechanical designs and cool futuristic stuff, why not just give Norman Reedus a good old-fashioned ball cap?
That's right. And even if you don't know what that means in the video game, you can just tell people on Earth that bridges are cool because they bring the world together, and they're great to walk or drive across.
Yeah, now, speaking of walking, one great thing when you're walking is to put a thing on your feet so that they are warm, which is called socks.
That's right.
And they have Death Strandings. I can't even say this with a straight face. They
That's
have
okay.
Death Stranding
They have
here.
socks, and they have wonderful drippy patterns on them. Let's take a look at them right over here. Yeah, these
that's-
are great. These are $12 or $11.99 in euro, which is a different money we don't understand yet.
Yeah, and there's stickers with all sorts of logos on them that we don't know. We don't know that's Leia Seydoux' character. I think. I don't know what the game's about. You can pee and make mushrooms grow.
Yeah. At the very least, we know the game looks really cool. Now, Max, I constantly drink water, and when I do so, I usually drink it out of my hands like a savage from the riverbed, or I put my mouth under the sink. But there's got to be a better way.
There's this wild thing you're going to love, and it's called cups. And
What?
luckily, they have all sorts of cups here. They have a mug that, I don't know if it's actually lying around here. There's one right here. It's the Koji Pro logo mug. But there's also one that has color change handprints that show up, you know, like the ghost babies have come out of the mud to try to haunt you and kill your friends or whatever happens in the game. We don't know what the game's about. We
That's
have no
true.
idea what the game is about.
Now, Max, I have another specific problem. I have $350 burning a hole in my pocket, and I want people to constantly come up to me and ask me if I can send them or give them a spare USB key that doesn't actually work.
Well, you'll probably enjoy the Death Stranding necklace, which is 349 euro and is authentically engraved with what looks like quantum physics algorithms, and also it's from the game.
That's right.
We don't know what it does in the game, but
In the meantime, I'm constantly losing my keys and clothes, so I'd like to adorn those things with colorful patches and keychains and such. So let's take a look at them right over here.
keychains and such. Yeah, no, so I mean, this, again, I love all the design work that's gone into these. I'm getting kind of like a Sid Mead kind of like Blade Runner-esque like obsession with design here, and it's awesome. But again, we don't know what any of this stuff
That's
is.
true.
So the good news is, I guess if they're worried about Death Stranding, not selling so well, there's always the keychains.
Now, Max, every time I go outside completely topless, local school children throw rocks at my white, grotesque body. But there's got to be a way to cover it.
Well, there's a great way to conceal that hideous torso of yours, and that's using these great things called shirts, of
What?
which, of course, they have them. If they have umbrellas and socks, of course they're going to have T-shirts. They really have a lot of. They all have action figures of Ludens. They've got
That's right.
Chibi action figures of Ludens.
Mm-hmm.
They've just got a lot. It's really just a lot of
Posters,
it's really,
everything.
I don't.
Now, here's one thing at this booth that's not for sale. This is an official autographed commemorative Hideo Kojima one-of-a-kind piece. Let's take a look at it right over here. It's actually the booth itself.
The booth itself is a limited edition Death Stranding collectible. Can you get it out of here? Do you have a shelf to put it on? Well, great news, because there are actually shelves on the booth itself. The Death Stranding booth here at Gamescom.
If none of this made sense, you're going to love Death Stranding, available this fall. A confusing, gorgeous, ambitious, and weird video game that we can't wait to play.
Death Stranding.
Yeah. For all the show floor coverage here at IGN and Gamescom now, don't go anywhere. Stay right where you are and just be as confused and as weird as we are. Thanks for watching.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.